What's up, everybody, and welcome to this week's episode of AJ Knows. I'm your host, AJ. I'm super excited. We're going to go over the top 5 mistakes people make in the gym. I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, AJ, what makes you the expert? Well, first off, y'all, I've been training for more than 30 years. All right. I've had the chance and the opportunity to work out with top bodybuilders and pros in the industry, health gurus, nutritionalists, you name it. I've had the chance to probably train with these people. So I'm going to be bringing you a lot of this knowledge on this channel, but especially on this episode. Make sure you stay tuned to the very end of this video because I'm going to be going over the number 1 mistake people are making in the gym. So stick around. It's going to be an awesome episode, everybody.
In a world of chaos and turmoil, the gym is a sanctuary where pain transforms into power, weakness into strength. Sweat and determination set you free from your inner demons. When done right, it's more than a workout. It's a transformation of mind, body, and soul. Welcome to the arena of greatness, where it all begins.
Okay, so something that is super, super important, guys, we're going to go over right now, stretching. You have to stretch before you work out. Now, I know what you're thinking. AJ ain't got time to do all that. It takes too long, blah, blah, blah. Well, guess what? If you don't make time to stretch, then you're going to make time for an injury. Okay, and that sucks. When you have a bad injury and you tear something, you hurt something, you pull something, it takes weeks to heal, depending on your age, months to heal. You know, this really sets you back. So a little bit of prevention can really, really help you, dramatically in the future, especially as you're getting older, guys. You really have to make sure you're making this part of your workout. And I'm not talking about walking onto the gym floor. Oh, yeah, okay, I'm good. I'm talking about getting on the floor, getting on a mat, and properly doing real stretching, real yoga-based stretching. And by the way, I am gonna, in future episodes, I'm gonna be going over my stretching program. And for those of you that have injuries, back injuries, neck injuries, shoulder injuries, whatever, I'm gonna show you how to rehabilitate your joints, your ligaments, and how to get rid of your pain by 50%. I know, that sounds crazy, right? But it works, it's tried and true, and I've helped a lot of people with my stretching program. So again, this is all the more reason for you guys to definitely follow this channel. I'm gonna be giving you life-saving information. And I know you think I'm exaggerating, but once you apply this into your life, it is going to change the game dramatically. Stretching, it's not just for accident prevention. It's to change the way your muscles look as you're putting muscle on your frame. The guys that don't stretch, they tend to look more bulky, more stocky. The muscles look shorter, the insertion points, everything changes. When you stretch, you're gonna have a more aesthetic looking body. So if you are training for aesthetics, if you want that beach body, then stretching has to be part of your regimen. Okay, so please don't rush it, stretch, avoid injury, and you're gonna build a much more aesthetic body. All right, so this next point that I wanna make, this is more about safety, guys. I don't know who needs to hear this, but please stop wearing Crocs to the gym. Stop wearing sandals to the gym. This is just a bad idea. You need to wear proper sneakers. Ideally, you want to have a trainer like maybe Atomics. This is what I use. A lot of other great shoes you can use for the gym, but you want something that gives you good ankle support, good traction, something that protects your toes a little bit. When you wear an open-toed shoes or something that gives you no ankle support, this is just a really, really bad idea. So make sure you have proper gear when you go to the gym. Gloves really help as well. They're gonna give you a little more endurance on your hands, especially maybe if you're a female and your hands are a little more sensitive, or if you're a guy that never does work. Same thing, you might wanna use gloves. They have a little bit of padding, and it also gives you better grip. Having some sort of wraps are good if you do go heavier, and it also just gives you a better grip, and I feel like it just gives you better control. So proper gear is very, very important. Okay, so the next tip I'm going to give you, super, super important, guys. I swear, if there was like one thing you take away from this video, this would probably be one of those things. The rest you're taking in between your sets. Now, we're not talking about if you're a power lifter. We are talking If you are working out to look good, what we call the beach body, for the majority of you, that is your goal. Okay, so if you're taking long breaks in between your sets, it's so counterproductive. Your whole goal, remember, is to try to get as much blood into that muscle as possible. Okay, you're trying to expand that muscle so that it stretches, and what you're essentially doing is you're causing tiny little micro tears in the muscle fibers, which causes that muscle, when it rebuilds, to grow back stronger and larger. The best way to do that, again, is to get as much blood into that muscle as possible. This is how you're gonna see really good results. So when you're taking big breaks in between your sets and you're sitting there on your phone and you're just losing track of time and then, oh man, I better get back to working out, you're really messing up and you're gonna really destroy your results. So you should only be taking maybe, honestly, I take like a 5 to 10 second break in between. Basically 3 good deep breaths in through my nose, out through my mouth. And I'll do a couple of these really big breaths and then get right back into my next set and change out the weight and right into it. Another great thing that this is gonna do for you guys, and this is so cool because one time I actually wore a heart monitor just to see where my heart rate was. And depending on how old you are, but if you're somewhere in your mid 30s, your fat burning zone is right about 127 beats per minute. So if your workout lasts about an hour and you're consistently keeping your heart in fat burning zone as well, now for those of you that maybe don't have time to do lengthy cardio, this is now going to help you burn fat while you're training as well. Now, this is why I always tell everybody, stay off your phone in the gym. Put your phone away, do not take it out, okay? Have your musical playlist already done for you. You shouldn't be there shuffling through music. You should not be there scrolling, looking at TikTok, Instagram. Number one, it breaks your focus. Most of this is mental as well as physical. All right, mind first, body second. So you have to visualize when you're training. Makes a massive difference in your results. Trust me. Arnold always said it best. He used to visualize when he was in the gym of that muscle that he was trying to grow, and he would visualize it expanding to the point that it would crowd everyone else out of the gym. He would use these visualizations as a training strategy. So again, this is something that I've used over the years, and I truly feel like it does actually help. Okay, so if you're on your phone scrolling, you're not there. You're not mentally where you're supposed to be. Number two, it's rude. All right, you have people that are maybe only have an hour to be able to train. All right, and when you're sitting on a piece of equipment for 20 minutes, okay, that is the rudest thing you can do. Get in there, do your sets, get off, and move on to the next. Okay. Another reason why you don't want to be sitting forever on your phone is because you're cooling off. Blood is draining back out, and so it's counterproductive. So you're really ruining your own workout as well. So get off your phone. All right, so this next tip, I have a feeling y'all are gonna beat me up on this, and that's fine. But if you're working out in big groups, if you're going to the gym and you're meeting up with your friends, and you got a group of 3, 4, 5, 6 people, you're messing up. And the reason why is because you're getting too long of a break in between your set. That's the first reason. The second reason is because you're not getting the focus that you need. You're doing your set and then you're waiting too long. You're just not in it, Plus you're talking about whatever you're talking about to your other friends and you're BSing and you're going back and forth. You should be focusing on your workout. And I say this over and over again, you have to focus. Mental. Everything is up here. You have to focus on the muscle you're training, and it is going to greatly change the results that you get. Okay, everything is mental. Okay, it's mental first, then physical. So when you're distracted and you're going there with a bunch of your friends, same thing, it's gonna take you out of what you're doing. But the biggest reason is because you're getting too long of a break in between your sets. And as I said before, your whole goal is to try to get as much blood into that muscle as possible to really expand that muscle. And when you're constantly having these long breaks, that blood goes out of that muscle and you're not getting as good of a pump as you can get. So limit it. If you have one other person you work out with as a spotter, fine, or maybe someone's teaching you like a mentor, that's awesome, but no more than that, guys, because when you got a big group of people, it takes forever. Plus, you're gonna monopolize that piece of equipment for like 30 minutes, and a lot of times just the guy, maybe me, that only has an hour and a half to work out, then, a lot of times they can't even use that equipment because you're on there with, with 5, 6 of your friends, It's just not cool, guys. It's really not. So definitely cut it down and you're gonna see much better workouts. Trust me on this one. Consistency is key. It is so important, guys. If you do not have consistency in the gym, you will never build the body that you want. So whatever your goal is, if your goal is 5-6 days a week, get there 5-6 days a week. Can't cut corners if you want to have an amazing body. Don't be one of those guys that get in for your first month, you go balls to the wall, and then after that, you start missing the gym, making it maybe once a week or twice a week. This is the #1 killer in the gym. Okay, so make sure your consistency is where it needs to be. All right, y'all, and now the moment you've been waiting for, the #1 tip that I can give you is you have to know what your fitness goals are, because this is going to change how you work out and how you eat dramatically. Remember, every workout's gonna be different. If you're a power lifter, your workout's gonna be different. If you're training to be a fighter, your workout's gonna be different. If you're training because you're trying to lose a bunch of fat, your workout's gonna be different. And if you're training to be a bodybuilder or have aesthetics, same thing, your training program, your eating program, everything's gonna be different. Now, the things that I'm giving you, the tips that I'm giving you, is mostly for the type of person that wants to build an aesthetic body. Also, the type of person that wants to keep an aesthetic body well into their 40s, 50s, 60s, and hopefully even 70s. All right. And if you stay consistent with your diet, stay consistent with your workout as you get older, and if you apply these principles, and especially if you stretch, again, this is so important in preserving those joints, ligaments in your body. This is going to give you longevity in your workouts. And that to me is probably the #1 important thing, because you want to be able to train happily, healthy, and pain-free well into old age. And it is going to give you a much better quality of life. One thing I want you to keep in mind, and I didn't want to make it part of this video, and that is your nutrition, what you're eating, when you're eating, how you're eating, because if you're not eating enough, if you're a hard gainer, it's going to be hard for you to gain that muscle you need. Or if you're trying to burn fat and you're just eating so bad, it's going to make it real hard for you to see your results in the gym. So again, future episodes, we're going to be going over exactly what you're supposed to be eating, both for health and for great results. Okay, so just kind of keep that in mind. Well, to sum it all up, everybody, I really hope this information helps you out. I truly believe that if you apply these things to your workouts, you're going to see dramatic results. Remember, the mirror doesn't lie, guys. If you have a friend that could use this information, make sure you share this video. And as always, please make sure you like, comment, subscribe down below, and make sure you come back next week for a brand new episode of AJ Knows. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.
As always, thanks for watching my channel, AJ Knows. Please remember to like, comment, and of course, subscribe down below.